has already started in Vienna. And as it started, I don't know if you know this, but it started in Vienna for 5G. The unsuspecting people immediately had or suffered from nosebleeds, cardiac problems, heart problems, chest pains, fatigue, dizziness, vomiting. In fact, all of the symptoms of microwave sickness that I've known from since 1932 that's been published. Now, the interesting one, I don't know if you know this, Mark, and you're taking this with you anyway.
Yeah.
The USSR actually experimented on humans and animals with 5G. They actually carried out experiments in 1977 with 5G. And we go back to 72 as well, and 97. Now we've got 77. This was a proper military experiment. The humans suffered metabolic problems, in other words, just everything started to fall apart. Blood problems, the immune systems started to dysfunction, and you had severe medical and neurological problems with humans. The animals, they noticed, because you can't dissect humans, but they can with the animals. Well, they made it dissect humans, I don't know. But the animals, they found the bone marrow was suffering, which of course produces the immune system. Respiration was damaged. The enzyme activity was damaged. The nuclear DNA was damaged. But the total exposure time was only 15 hours over 60 days. So you're only talking about roughly 15 minutes a day. And the levels were not high. Not as high as you're going to get in a classroom or with all the other stuff. And that's only over 60 days. So it has been used as a weapon. It has been tested experimentally on animals and humans. So all of the people are right when they're saying it's going to make you ill. And I've said this, but 5G has to have megahertz frequencies to comply with other transmitters and receivers. Also, it has to have, in other countries, I haven't seen it for this, but I know it has to have the low gigahertz frequencies. I do know that in some countries, when I've looked at the lists, you have as many as 22 different frequencies when it's fully functional, because it has to comply with all of the other things. And it will be added to Wi-Fi, 2, 3, 4G, smart meters. So it's going to be the Internet of Things. And I thought I'd just go on to its compliance with smart meters, which is actually quite frightening. Because I just made a few notes, again from documents I have. Each smart meter has to have two transmitters. One low frequency to go into the house to talk to the refrigerator and the telly and all the other things, and one to reach the main transmitter. So each smart meter has two transmitters. In fact, I had a lady ring me just 2 days ago, whose daughters are terribly sick now, and in her house, which is just 3 flats, they have 3 smart meters in the one house. So each house may have up to around 15 appliances. Each group of houses, a small group, it goes from 500 to 5,000 houses in a mesh. Now, when you start looking at the maths at this, like a little group of tower blocks on a big estate, you can have as many as 5,000 smart meters. No problem, with as many as 3 if you've got people sharing a house. 5,000 smart meters, 2 smart meters, or 2 transmitters for each smart meter. So you've got 1,000 smart meters, 10,000 smart meters, 5,000 houses, 10,000 smart meters in a small area transmitting, or 10,000 transmitters. Each of them 15 transmitters per house. So when you do the maths here, in one reasonably sized council estate, you can have up to 150,000 transmitters.
Scary.
150,000, and they are producing mostly the 5G waveforms and Wi-Fi, 2.4 gigahertz, which is a known weapons frequency. And just to round it off, I wrote here that it's known in the military and published, but Stanford Research Institute, California, did their own experiments and said the 2 most dangerous frequencies for living structures, living cellular structures, which is all of nature basically, trees, animals, insects, us, is the Wi-Fi frequency, 2.4 gigahertz, and 0.95 gigahertz. The 2 most lethal frequencies. And finally, Dr. Annie Sasko here, 22 years in the World Health Organization Cancer Department, has basically said that all of this will cause cancer.
Absolutely.
No questions there. So those were just the notes I made, which can be referenced, and you're welcome to use any of them.
Thanks, Barry. Appreciate that. One quick